Should be good. I'm back again. Keep cutting out. But it's your boy Daniel Charles Williams. It's your boy Daniel Charles Williams. We're gonna do this one more time. Um, I'm on my way home, driving home from work. Just was grinding, 12 hours, but I had some stuff I wanted to get off my chest, of course. And it is and I'm gonna be driving here, so you know what I mean. I have to look back and forth because I don't want to crash. I don't want to kill myself. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I want to talk about how to use eBay correctly. All right. So, and of course, this is for the working class. All right. This is for the working class. This is for people who gotta work every day, pay bills, and have to live. You know what I'm saying? This is for people who don't have all the time in the world. All right. So then there's a difference. There's a difference when you have someone that is, you know, responsible list. All right. So when you're responsible list, you have very little responsibilities. It's very easy for you to do something. I can't say very easy, but it's different, right? It's different. You can do things, you know, differently, right? But when you have responsibilities, when you're working, and you got things that you must juggle, you don't have all the time in the world. You just can't. North, right? South. I'm gonna say north. Right? Not south. South. Well, we're gonna try this out. And I usually use my GPS to get me back and forth, so I don't have my GPS. So you gotta excuse me. I'm gonna be trying to wing it to get home. So if I don't get home in like an hour, then I might have to cut it short, right? Because I got to put my GPS on. But again, this is for the working class, right? So me, I have to go to work every day, right? So I just can't. Do, you know, eBay freely, right? You know what I mean? I got bills and stuff to pay. So now, when I first started eBay, things were going very well. Meaning, like, I started activity really quick, right? I started selling stuff really quick. It didn't take me long to start selling. And that was, you know, the awesome part about eBay, right? So if you're trying to start a business doing something else, I mean, it's going to take a lot, you know, for you to get started up and for you to get momentum and everything like that. And you have to get customers and you have to do all of this stuff before you can, you know, start seeing a profit. So, but with eBay, I mean, I just started selling stuff out of my house. You know, whatever, my kids' old clothing, old toys, all that stuff. I just started listing it, and that stuff was just selling. You know what I mean? And then, so you start making money with eBay. It doesn't take long, you know, as long as you buy it. Okay, I mean that's a whole nother video to talk about what to buy and everything else. But when you start making money, right? Well, guess when I started making money, the problem was that I never kept the money, right? It was hard for me to keep the money. Every time I made, you know, whatever, 400, 500, that money was out of here. You know what I'm saying? I withdrew that money so fast, it was gone. So over time, you know, I just kept getting momentum, kept selling, and that money was just going and going as fast as it came, that's as fast as it went out. So, to fast forward, I went to look at, I had 2 accounts, right? So I had an account started, and then I had an account with my wife. We had basically it was her account, but I just stopped with mine, and I started helping her with her account. So, but anyway, all right. So fast forward, we've been doing it for probably about 1.5 years or whatever. You want to I'm just rounding it up to 1.5 years, and I want to go north. Hopefully, I know where I'm going. We're gonna try this way for a second. Anyway, to fast forward, I looked at those 2 accounts, right? Yeah, what's this way? I looked at the 2 accounts, right? So my account had $8,000, which was strange. I actually thought my account would have more than that, but I grossed $8,000 in that account, right? I looked into my other account. I grossed $22,000 in that account, right? So $30,000 is what I made, right? The problem is I do not know where that money is, right? It is gone. So if you want to say, hey, you know what, I made a 50% profit because we were really, really good with our inventory. We seldomly brought stuff that was over $1 and over 50 cents. Like, most of the stuff we had, it was either we had it free, or if we went out to buy it, it was relatively cheap, right? So I say, hey, you know what? I made after everything said and done, say I kept half, right? So I made 30,000, and after everything was said and done, I had 15,000, right? Paid my fees, everything like that. My cost of goods and stuff. But my cost of goods was extremely cheap. So say I had 15, just to, whatever, it doesn't matter. 15, 20, it doesn't matter. Whatever I had, whatever profits I made, whatever I netted, I had no clue, right, where it went. I mean, I know where it went, but I didn't have it, okay? Gone. So that is the problem, okay? So when people come to me or they say, hey, I see them online, I read their comments online, and they say, yo, eBay doesn't work. eBay is, you don't make no money with eBay. I know that's a lie, right? Because I just told you, when people say it don't work, the only thing that doesn't work is them, okay? They are the reasons why it does not work. They are the reasons why it doesn't, that they don't profit, okay? And I'm pretty sure they profit, but they just liquidate the money as soon as they get it, okay? Just liquidate the money as soon as they get it, okay? Now, if you keep liquidating the money over time, you're gonna be like me. It doesn't work. That's, you're lying to yourself, right? You're just unsatisfied with how you poorly handle money, okay? So what you really need to do is figure out how to handle money better, okay? And once you figure out how to handle money better, then you'll see. And once you figure out how to handle money better, then you'll see, right, how to use eBay. You'll see that it works, okay? So I'm going to tell you a little formula that will help you, right, use eBay correctly, may not be possible for everybody. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know people, they do eBay because they want extra money. Okay? Or they need to pay bills and stuff like that. And it can be used for that. You can, you can make it. That's what I did. I mean, I pretty much, I paid bills with it. I brought food with it. I did everything you think of. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did with that money. But if you constantly do that, you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know what you have. You're not gonna know the true potential of the business. Okay. So this formula should help. Okay. All right. So you have your personal life, right? On the left. Okay. And you work and you strive to maintain that personal life with the income that you have, right? Go to work every day, right? This is for the working class. This is not for people who's home doing nothing. So if you work every day, listen, you take that money that you get from your job, you pay your bills, all right? Now, if you got to work a little extra, overtime or whatever it is that you got to do, you do that so you can maintain your personal life. That means you have, whatever that might be, right? Your rent, mortgage, food, gas, all that stuff. You maintain that over there on the left, okay? Don't let it spill anywhere, okay? You maintain it there. Now, on the right, you have your eBay business, okay? Now, the money you generate from your eBay business, you keep that money there, okay? Do not take that eBay business money and spill it over, right, to your personal side. You don't do that, okay? Now, if you continue to do that, you will see, right, the potential growth of eBay. Now you can cheat and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to take my personal money and I'm going to buy some inventory for my eBay business. You can do that. But you never say, hey, you know what, I'm going to take this eBay money and I'm going to move it over here to my personal business because I have to do something with it. No, don't do that, okay? That is where you start to fail, all right? Because once you start doing that, that's it. It's like poking a hole, in a bucket, right? That water's going to go inside, it's going to come right out. So keep it in there. Now, I have other strategies, which I'm not going to talk about now, but I'll talk about them later on what you can use to make sure you keep that money, that eBay money, where it's at. Okay? So, I'll talk about that on another video. I don't want to overwhelm you guys, give you too much. You know what I'm saying? Give you too much info. But practice on doing that. Okay? Practice on generating that eBay money and keeping it where it's at. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Okay? So, and I would say, roll it back into itself. But if you have a little extra money from your personal side, just put it into the eBay business, all right? And let that money just grow and grow and grow, and you just leave it right where it's at. All right. So, if you guys got any comments, any ideas, you like it or you don't, let me know, all right? We'll talk a little bit more about it a little later. I'm gonna try to do a little couple of things here. I don't want to crash. Last time I was shooting a video, which I didn't post, I wound up getting pulled over by the cops. And hopefully that don't happen to me today. But, alright guys. I'm out. I'm trying not to get myself in trouble with the law, but wait till I stop. Turn it off. But yo, you know, shooting the breeze. You know what I mean? I always gotta say working class because, you know, I really take that personal. You know what I mean? And I probably talked about it before, but I do take it personal. Because sometimes it's a little misleading when, you know, people come on and they say, oh, they doing this, they doing that. But they don't really tell the truth behind how they did it. You understand what I'm saying? If eBay, anything takes time. Anything takes time. eBay takes time. So if you're working and you're working, you don't have time. No, you can't just do it. You know what I'm saying? I remember when, you know, just, you know, I'm a CNA, so I worked around a lot of nurses and stuff like that. I still work around a lot of nurses. And they used to say, oh yeah, you can go to school, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, you don't understand. Like, yo, I work like 2 jobs. I work like 2 jobs, yo. I just can't go to school. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, oh yeah, man, you know, I worked a full-time job and went to school, right? And that's what they used to say. And I remember this one lady, she was like, oh yeah, you could do it. You could do it. You could, you know what I'm saying? I did it. I worked a full-time job. But my whole thing is that, yo, you worked a full-time, and this is, I found out about somebody. They did not truly work a full-time job, right? So, you know, there's, you know, when you say full-time, it's many different, you know, people can juggle, right? People can sort of juggle, you know what I'm saying, 36 hours a week, but they're not full-time. Do you understand what I'm saying? That means that, yo, they work that 36 hours a week at their leisure. You know what I'm saying? They're not full-time, they're more like part-time or PRN, but what they do is juggle that time, their work schedule, around their school schedule. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a difference, right? You know what I'm saying? There's a difference, you know, when it comes to doing that. You know what I mean? But, you know, like I said, people don't tell you the full truth. And I remember this other girl, she was like, oh yeah, I got, she said she had 3 kids, I think. She was like, yeah, I got 3 kids and I work. I found out that she had 3 kids, but I think it was her grandmother. Her grandmother was watching her kids. You understand what I'm saying? Like, your grandmother had your kids. That is why you was able to go to school. You didn't watch your kids plus went to school at the same time. I mean, you didn't do that. You understand what I'm saying? So there's always the hidden truth behind, you know what I mean, the information that's given. So, and I find out, you know what I'm saying, when people are successful with eBay, some people, I'm not saying all, there is hidden truth behind that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like to take one person, for instance, you know, they, you know, they live home with their parents. You know what I'm saying? You had someone who's failure to launch, and they was home with their parents, And that was why they was able to, to make, eBay so successful for themselves, because they didn't have no responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? It was a young adult. He was a young adult, but yet, you know what I mean, had no responsibilities. You know what I mean? So, things can happen when you don't have no responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I always say, for the working class, for people who got to work, this is the channel for that, and eventually, what I'm saying, I'll branch the channel off and we'll do other things on the channel. But right now, my goal is to grow, my eBay business, and grow my YouTube channel, while I work, because I said I can't quit my job or anything like that. So, and I know there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people out there who work, and they want some independence. They want to grow their own YouTube channel. They want to grow their own eBay business. It can happen. It just takes a little bit more work. But you just gotta keep striving. That's all. Keep striving. You know what I mean? But yeah. Oh, I actually could do that. It's cool. I don't want to crash, but I'm on my way to the crib. Super traffic. I usually don't run into this much traffic on my way home, but I got traffic. Crazy. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna cut it off. Is there a school over here? Oh, it's an accident. I don't know what it is, but anyway. All right, y'all. Turn it off for real now. I'm out. Peace.